All right, hello, Cheerskevin here, and welcome back to AstroBlock. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be back in the swing of things. I made some notes, things that we should try and do soon. And of course, for some reason, there's a visual glitch. I'm excited about this mod pack. Now we've encountered a lot of kind of various mod pack updates and stuff, and it's changed our plans multiple times. But I feel like things are starting to settle into something a little more stable, a little better. So I'm excited about that. I have moved. I set up a couple of drawers in here. I was very excited to set up a proper drawer system. If we look at our, I have some unclaimed rewards here. We can go ahead and grab. What the heck is that? All right, fair enough. And an unclaimed reward here. 16 fat. Awesome. That's cool. I also went through and completed all the remainder of these. These are just things that we get from meshes and whatnot. We did, in fact, get a pet out of that, an inventory pet, a ghast pet, which will allow us to shoot a fireball. So long as we keep food in our inventory, it requires blaze powder as food, but it will allow us to right-click and shoot fireballs. So we've got to be very careful to not do that. But no, I was very excited to set up our, where was another storage? To set up our drawer controller. Oh, and compacting drawer too. Okay, nice. Drawer controller. Unfortunately, the drawer controller requires a redstone comparator, and the redstone comparator requires nether quartz. Now, annoying thing about nether quartz is, we don't have access to. We don't have access to the nether. I did check in a creative world. We can't create a portal. You can, in theory, find. I don't. I suppose the ore generation may be different here. It exists in the void nether for whatever that happens to be. I don't know. Apparently, it also exists on Venus. There is So basically, we would need quartz, and we don't have quartz. So that's a bummer. That means we can't really get this drawer controller thing working, which is why I didn't spend a ton of time trying to make this look super nice and fancy. But in the last episode, we set up. What did we even set up? Oh yeah, we set up our auto sifter, which is making a lot of fun materials for us. Making lots of diamonds, lots of blaze powders, lots of redstone, all of that wonderful stuff. We're using a sand generator, piping that in through an electric compressor to create free dust, and then putting that dust into an auto sieve. However, one thing that I discovered is that we're actually kind of testing the limits of our power production capacity now. We're actually draining power a little bit now. It looks like we're gaining, but overall we're draining. I think it's just based on what we have to look at. So, yeah. In order to get access to quartz, let's see, quartz. There is a quartz block, a quartz ore. Quartz ore. Certus quartz ore, galactic craft plants. Oh, okay. It won't give me. That's kind of annoying. I was hoping I could see where this actually generated. According to the internet, Galactic Craft's quartz ore generates on void nether. Don't know what the void nether is, but Galactic Craft's quartz generates on Venus. We're a long way off from Venus. That basically means we need to work on trying to get to the overworld and eventually go from there to other planets. Because at least the way this is set up, the progress, where is it? Yeah. So NASA workbench, visit the overworld, then visit the moon, then visit Mars, then visit, then visit Venus. So, and there's this long winding path to visit all of the different places. Ooh, visit a black hole. That looks cool. Okay. Anyway, we finished the asteroid stuffs, so that's pretty neat. Now there's a question of, the things that we can focus on to do next. So I put up a list of things that that I would like to do to get us into a better position. One is to automate food. We have a plant harvester over here, and it'll go ahead and harvest that single square, but it doesn't replant anything, and it only harvests a single square, which is, exciting and all, but not the best. We want a renewable source of food if we're going to be going out doing lots of stuff. Another thing I noticed in looking at a lot of these recipes, we can create a lot of ores using the compressor and iron. If you you put iron around, what was it? Gold, I'm blanking on the word. Goldstone. Not goldstone. What am I talking about? Come on. Glowstone dust. That's what I meant. You put You surround glowstone dust with iron. You can get gold. We make steel, obviously, out of iron. A lot of the recipes call for a lot of iron, which does mean we're going to need to be doing a lot of mining to get all of that iron gathered up. So we want to make sure that we're well set up to do that. But so we want to automate food. I want to filter our bonsai pots up above the ship, because right now the way that we set things up, this is when we were still kind of learning, still kind of new. We have this pipe system, and we're piping all of the output from these bonsai pots into these chests, and then we're using a logistical sorter to pull out specifically only logs, so that we can throw them into this furnace, smelting them up into charcoal, then piping that charcoal back into the same furnace, or secondarily down into our coal generator, which is down there. Now, one problem here is that we're going to quickly fill up with sticks and oak leaves and whatnot. But another opportunity that you may notice is that, hey, we've got a backlog of oak wood. We're not able to keep up. So that's great news, because that means we can create another coal furnace, and that means we can improve our power capabilities. I've also gone through the process. I moved over our latex, our plastics manufacturing system over here, just in the process. I also discovered there is a water condensator that we may be able to use to generate water. It needs to be next to a water source block, and then it can generate water too. So that's something we can maybe use instead of using the crucible, because right now the crucible requires oak leaves. Then we could have this thing running on a more sustainable way. There's also a block placer, which we could put over there, that we could use to plop down this oak wood, which would be very cool. But yeah, as I was saying at the very beginning, getting a unified storage system is something that I guess is going to have to wait until we have access to more resources. I also want to improve power so that we don't drain here. We can keep our sifter going. We're definitely going to need to create a jetpack. Remember, we lost our jetpack in the mod update, because it's no longer part of kind of the default stuff that you get. So this is from the mod Iron Jetpacks. A plastic jetpack is here, and it's kind of a very, very, very basic one. Which apparently you can add, the MODPACK devs can add as many of these as they want, and they're all configurable, so we'll have to find out exactly how terrible that is. But we're going to, I'm going to want that if we're going to do expansions to our base, and going out and gathering a whole bunch of resources and whatnot. Yeah, we're going to need that. So block placer, lots of iron, I already mentioned that. And then, of course, creating a launch pad and a tier 1 rocket. Now, the launch pad is another one where, yeah, look at this. Lots of iron, compressed iron, blocks of iron. It's going to be iron crazy. Another thing that I encountered, I was looking around at videos to see if other people were playing this mod pack much yet, and I saw, someone was using an Astro miner, which looks really cool. So let me go ahead, and I'm just firing up some taters, if you don't mind. If we take a look at, this is under, was it advanced machinery? Yeah, Astro miner. This is an automatic mining vehicle which moves around, makes tunnels, and mines up everything it finds and brings it all back to the base. It's not player rideable. You just sort of set it off and it goes and mines a whole bunch of cool stuff. So that sounds awesome. And in fact, this looks like something that we might be able to use. It requires electricity. The whole thing requires electricity, and then we would need to create an Astro miner base. But basically, my hope is that we could kind of set this up on top and then just let it go, and then have it go do a bunch of mining for us as well. So if we look at the Astro, there we go, the Astro miner. This requires a lot of resources. So chests, advanced wafer, which means we do need to get a circuit printer thingy, a beam core, which needs iron, glass, and redstone, which those are all available to us. And then the Orion drive, which is these heavy-duty plates, which we need for rockets anyway. So steel, aluminum, and bronze. These are all doable. So maybe we can make an Astro miner if we can manage to gather up enough resources. But okay, so let's start with some of this stuff. I want to look at the jetpack recipe. Jetpack, and let's see, plastic. Okay, so we need 4 plastic for those. Then we need plastic thrusters. So we need 3 plastic for the. Oh gosh. Okay. Plastic energy cell. So we're going to need at least 2 plastic energy cells. Do I have? Yeah, okay. Now, of course, I've moved around all my stuff, so I have no idea where anything is, even more so than usual. But that's okay. Actually, we've been sifting up a bunch of redstone, so we should be fine. Let's go ahead and grab a stack of that. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and see about getting ourselves a nice little plastic jetpack. So let's see, plastic energy cell. I need 2 of those. And now it looks like we're already going to be low on plastic, which is kind of a bummer. Plastic energy cell, yeah. So we can't even make a single plastic thruster. But that's okay because we need 3 more of these. We do have that working, so it'll just take some time. The plastic capacitor is 3 more of these energy cells, and then more plastic. So this is just plastic, plastic, plastic. The iron one, all of these seem to be upgrades upon. Well, I shouldn't say all. I assume all. These seem to be upgrades on the older ones. So yeah, we got to start with the plastic, which means we just got to make sure that our latex machine continues to work. Now, of course, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have used. Actually, now I'm curious. Because we could have used some of that plastic to create our block placer to get this thing a little more hands off. Let's look at the block placer. Jumping around. Okay, 4 plastics. How are we looking? 2 of these. Okay, we've got enough. I think we can smelt some up. I've just discovered you can hit K to automatically do the fun little thing. Okay, we've got some smelting too. All right. Let's see about this block placer, because then I can just throw a bunch of logs in there and not have to worry about things. Osmium, compressed steel, compressed iron. We do have compressed steel and compressed iron and osmium. Cool. Let's go ahead and make one of those. I like it. Yeah, this please. I will take that. And yeah, I'll throw some more stuff in here. We'll put the plastic energy cell in there. Put the candy there. This totem of spelunking head. Fat. Thank you. And then we need to craft a bunch of droppers. This is just redstone and cobblestone. That we can do. Let's go ahead and craft that up. Do that. And yeah, give me 3 of these, please. 1, 2, 3. And now can I have this? Yes, indeed I can. Okay, so we got a block placer. And hopefully we should just be able to put this down. Do I have I do. Okay. Let's go ahead and, yeah, shame on me for doing that, but that's okay. Let's see. I'm imagining, yeah, this is, of course, not going to place the correct direction. Now, I did, one of you commented in a previous video, hey, craft a wrench, and then you can rotate these things. Fortunately, this wrench does not seem to be the right one. There are a bunch of wrenches. It seems that all of the mods all have their own wrenches. Standard wrench is probably what we want. Bronze, let's see, compressed tin, compressed copper. Boom, boom, and, no, not tin, steel. There we go, a standard wrench. All right. Ooh, for Galactic Craft help, do blah, blah, blah. Okay. Nope. Oh, seriously? Oh, did it pick it up in there? Lovely. Okay. Ha. Can I... Oh, no. How do I do this? Standard wrench, and it does not... Really? I can't shift. It does not seem to... Side, front, blah, blah. Yeah, no, it just shift clicks. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. But basically what I want to do... is place it from outside over there. Is that correct? Oh gosh, no. What did I do? Oh no. No. I vein mined. What? No. Oh gosh, why? And I don't have a jetpack, so I can't even go and pick up the materials. Oh gosh, no. Okay, this is very bad. Well, okay, at least I do seem to have picked up all the pieces, I guess. Okay. Huh. Whoops. Okay, well this could have gone slightly better. Oh man, because I was holding shift. Right, of course I was. Oh man, it didn't even place the right way. Oh gosh, of course it broke the pickaxe, and yeah, it's not even placed. It's not even facing. And of course we're running low on oxygen, so we've got to swap this out. Oh man. Okay, that at least. So if I put this in here. Well, I don't know how this works. So assuming I get power to this, I'm assuming it's going to put it in the right position. Suppose we could try that, right? Let's see. Yes, it does. Okay, so that block placer system works perfectly fine, just as we wanted. Okay, I'm a little confused. It says we're still unsealed, but I don't see exactly where that is true. Okay, so now I'm legitimately oh, there it is. Ha. Okay. There we go. Yes. Okay. we are sealed once more. I was trying to figure out where that could be. Okay, now we're unsealed again. I think. Let's check. Yes, unsealed, because that is not. Yeah, because this actually, I think that's supposed to be sealed, but is no longer. But I wanted to have a source block of water down there. And of course, now the water is gone, which is kind of annoying. That's okay, though. Let's see, can we... let's just... Are we still filling it up? It seems like you've stopped for some reason. That's okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. Continue to crucible, please. Because we can create the condensator. Yeah, the water condensator. With pistons, iron gears, plastic, redstone, water bucket. And this should be able to produce additional water, provided that it's next to a water source block. So we could, in theory, aside from having to place the logs, I guess, have this whole system pretty well automated. Although, you know, that's not a huge... the whole point was just to what am I talking about? Boop, ba-doom, ba-doom. The point for right now was just to get... to make this thing a little more AFK-able. So I can just, I can refill the oak leaves. There we go. And refill the block placer, and we'll get plastic generating. Not plastic, but the dry rubber. And then, yeah, I guess I've got to wire power underneath, which is going to mean fixing up some of that broken seal stuff. Oh, good, we've got a heavy-duty pickaxe. Just what I always wanted. Okay, nope. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh, this is not great. Okay, so... I think, actually, if we fall out of the void, we keep all of our gears. This is not the end of the world. But it's not fun, either. Okay, ghast pet. Let's have fun. I like it. Goodbye. I mean, why the heck not? All right, so now our ghast pet is hungry, but hey, this is a cool thing. This is a cool thing we can do. Yeah, there's no way for us to to get back up there. We're just gonna have to take the hit and really hope we don't spawn over the hole, I guess. Well, I suppose I can try and leap. I mean, from rock to rock, right? Actually, that's not too bad. This is stupid. Just to get, if we get 500 blocks away. Oh, wait a second. Yes. Oh, no. No. I don't want to, now I'm going to die to other monsters. No, I think this thing actually has, well, now I feel really dumb. I think we actually, so we'll fall through. Of course, I wasn't paying attention. We fall through infinitely, in theory. So we can just head back toward... head back toward home, I guess. Where is home even? Yep, okay, so it just warps us to very high up. Okay, well that's nice to know. Although I don't think I'm gonna make it on this time. Well, maybe. We'll see. Yes, okay. Oh man, what a nightmare. Okay. There we go. Let's put the oak wood in. Now this thing should automatically place, and we should get tiny dry rubber in here. That'll be great news. That'll be great news for us all. And then, yeah, we could eventually knock out that block, put a water source block, and test the water evaporator underneath that. All right, so I'm just filling this thing up as much as feasible. Oh, there we go. There's one piece of tin. Nice. And yeah, we'll fix up. I'll fix up the flooring between episodes. Okay. So let's take a little break from that. I want to see if we can improve our power situation a little bit. And my thinking is thus. Actually, hang on a second. So one of the things that actually we really like is a sealable, not a sealable fluid pipe, but a sealable other thing. Sealable aluminum wire. Okay, and that's just tin wall block and then aluminum wire. The reason I want that is that our whole system is predicated on power coming in on this side of the battery, this side of the energy storage cluster, and that just seems clean. But that means we want some sort of way of accessing the storage cluster from below. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually deliberately break our seal first, real quick right here. I just want to see where exactly this leads us, because I want to see if I can I put something, what is, oh, that's a framed slant. Okay. Well, that's not the end of the world either. Okay, so that's on the frame. Then we, in theory, could throw power in from right there. Right? Okay? That makes sense? I think. Although, is that going to be input? Oh, no, it's not. We don't want it. No, we want it to be one block over, don't we? Oh, I don't like that. Huh. Wait. Okay, good. It doesn't attach to the energy storage cluster. So in theory, if I were to create some power from over here, our energy storage cluster should receive it, right? We'll have to test that. But that basically means we would have an access port. Whew, almost fell off again. We would have an access port via which we could basically combine a whole bunch of power generators and shunt them all in. That would be good. That's what we would want. So let me disable the solar panel. This thing is getting... Well, it's not going to show us the input, which is kind of annoying. That's okay. Let's go ahead and take down... Oof. Going to take down this. And, oh, did I... okay, good. Seal is still off. Good. And we'll just go ahead and plop down the coal generator right on top of there. Yes, okay. And now go. And now let's see if that works. Now, of course, we can actually place things a little cleaner for ourselves. It's just a matter of seeing if this gets us input. Yes, it does. Okay, awesome. So now we can put that back. And in fact... well, no, we'll bring it back for now. Well, yeah, we'll set this back up the way that it was for now. But now we have another place where we can input power into our system, and that's going to be really convenient. So what I think we're going to need is a 4x4 drawer. So let's see if we have. I think we have the material. Sorry, not a 2x2 drawer. Okay, we can create 4 of those at a time. That's okay. And then we're going to need a void upgrade. Now, the void upgrade will destroy excess items. Now, that means that as we pipe stuff, we can pipe stuff into... Ooh, hang on. Will that work? I hope it will. I hope that there's an open question. If the pipe will detect that it's got a void upgrade and then destroy it, or it's going to go, nope, it's full, and then not bother. So we'll need to craft 1 void upgrade. That's going to require some obsidian. It's going to require drawers and sticks. That's an upgrade template. Actually, cool. Fair enough. We've got those. Let's go ahead and create one of those. There. And that gives us 2 upgrade templates. I'm going to need to manually create the obsidian using some crucible magic, which is going to take a little bit of time. That's okay. Another thing that we're going to need, though, is the ability to lock the drawers, I'm pretty sure. And to do that, we're going to need a key. Yeah, the drawer key. Now, this requires some gold. Thankfully, we can craft gold in the compressor using glowstone and iron. So let's go ahead and cook some of that up. And man, I'm starting to get nervous that we're gonna run out of iron pretty soon. So we better be hurrying on this dry rubber, this plastic business. Now here's something interesting as well. The latex processing unit, this thing has failed because we were using the same pipe for everything. It actually pulled more than it was able to use. I wonder, actually, can I... Yeah, no, because it wasn't able to pull the water because the pipe now is full of this. I mean, it can attach just fine, but I don't know. I wonder if this will work. Will it pull? The fluid latex seems to still be topped off. This is just filling up its backlog. But yeah, it stopped pulling water because the pipe was filled. It had latex fluid in it. So that's not the best. We've got some gold ingots. We need to take one of them, turn them into gold nuggets, and clear out some more inventory space. Let's see if we can craft ourselves a key. This requires an upgrade template and 2 gold ingots. Oh, perfect. That's all we need. Give me that. And that should mean if we should be able to try this out in here, right? Okay. So here is the question. If we put in, so we'll get this process going. We're going to need, see the stuff that we basically want to omit, the stick, the sapling, we need to put those in here. There. And there, sticks. What else do we get? Leaves, right? Yeah. I'm going to need to grab some from upstairs. There we go. Stack of oak leaves. Basically, this is just our way of making sure they don't get out. And then we can lock this thing. Now, locked means it's not going to accept any additional items. So in theory, this should be the preferential thing. If we set this to pull, I'm not going to set these to push because I don't know. If we set this to pull, so we'll say, hey, take anything out of there. And then we got to get that one actually fired up. So I need a block of dirt real quick. Over here, get a block of dirt going. And I need one sapling. There we go. It actually needs one more block of space. Let me transfer this entire mechanism upstairs real quick, outside real quick. Because, yeah, this needs a block of air above it. I forgot. Okay, so Hopping Bonsai is now running. And the question is, just to make sure that when this thing spits stuff out, it can go ahead and add to this collection just fine. And it should preferentially do so. And I guess we'll need to test it once these things are actually full as well, to see what happens with the void upgrade, and make sure that it doesn't. Basically anything that comes down here gets diverted on this first pass, and so we can assume that anything left that makes it to this one is just a log. Right? That's what we would want. Okay, so I've got things tidied up in here a little bit. Yeah, went ahead and pretty much completely readjusted our plastic system, moved this in by a block because I needed access to stuff anyway. So I crafted up the water condensator. Now, the water condensator does not require power, but it does need to be surrounded by at least 2 water source blocks. It says only 1, but it needs to be surrounded by 2 or it doesn't produce anything. And basically, it just ends up condensing its own water and producing it. So I've got this now set up. Rather than using a single pipe, I've got it just pumping into the latex processing unit. You can see now the water is not at all the bottleneck. We're slowly pumping out tree fluid. And then the block placer has got a whole bunch of stuff in here as well. So now this whole process is going a heck of a lot faster, although still kind of slow. We're basically just, we're blocked on how long it takes for this sap to go. Okay, so another thing that I've done is I've been going through here and getting crucibles, making some obsidian, so we can go ahead and create our void upgrade, so we can test things properly. Let's go ahead and there we go. Now we have a void upgrade, so we should be able to. Oh man, I really hope that this is not this is something we can recover. Okay, so this is already. I think that's what, 85? It's not 85, and then it puts 1 in there? Really? Why should that be the case? Yeah, so I have this set up because we're trying to test if it overflows. We don't want it to overflow. Yeah, this is not, that doesn't seem good. Why would it? So, of course, we don't actually, I realized we don't need to be using the bonsai pots to actually test this, but let's go ahead and say push there, so to make this an absolute priority. So if you can put stuff in there, put stuff in there. What we want to do is test that so we don't want any of that to get into this second chest. Now we can use the void upgrade here. There we go. So now it's void upgraded, which should mean that any excess that ends up in there should get discarded. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these. Let's go ahead and carefully jump up and down. I'll remove these, and we'll just put a chest up here so we can test things ourselves manually. Although I don't remember exactly how many items can be stored. Oh, did I lose it? I may have lost it. Oh, no, give me that. I need it. Thank you. All right. Yep, I lost a hopping, but oh, no, it's right over there. Perfect. Thank you. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead, we'll plop down a chest, and then see if we can see if things go the way they're supposed to. Okay, so that is pulling. So now let's just throw in a whole bunch of sticks. So we throw in 1 stick, it ends up, okay, 86, 87, cool. We have a whole bunch of extra sticks over here, so we can go ahead and should be able to test this hypothesis. Let's just get rid of some non-stick materials. Yeah, to whatever extent possible. Throw that into this chest. And yeah, we want to make sure that basically nothing ends up in here. So 98, blah, blah, blah. All right, so this is probably going to take a little bit of time, so I'll probably cut away. And actually thinking about it, it's also worth testing. We should put some logs in here too, just to see, because now that I have a push, I want to make sure it still does put these things in there. Let's throw that there. And, oh, it doesn't seem to care about priority. Huh. Whatever, put some of this. Huh. Oh, maybe it won't extract it at all. Now that there's explicitly a push, maybe the pull, yeah. Although, you know, another way that we could go about this would be to do kind of the, I'm going to have to go back down for air reasons. Another way to go about this, of course, now we don't actually need to be testing that outside. Another way to go about this would be to use a single drawer that explicitly pulls out the logs, right? That would make some sense. And then lock the other drawer. Maybe that will work. Okay, so it does pull out the logs. It just pulls them out a little bit more slowly. Okay, so that part still works. 343. So we're gonna need to, I'm gonna need to continue to throw sticks at this thing, so that we, because what we want to test, I think 512 is where these 2x2 drawers will max out. Yeah, we want to make sure that none of this ends up overflowing into here, because that's not what we want. But basically that would mean that we don't even need this drawer. We would just be able to throw. Actually, do we need? Well, that's an interesting question. Actually, yeah, we should try that, shouldn't we? Let's go ahead and remove this entirely. I need an axe. And do I have one? Yes. Let's just make it a chest instead, right? There we go. So yeah, if I put dirt there. Okay, so 435. So hopefully, I think 512 is where this caps out. Yeah, because it's 2048 for a single drawer. So divide that by 4. So this thing, the question is the amount that gets the amount over 512 going to go into the chest or into the drawer? The drawer is void upgraded, so if it somehow manages to go into the drawer, then it will be omitted. It will be voided. But I wonder if the transporter is going to detect, hey, you're full, and push it into the chest. That's what we want to have not happen. So basically, we can use this to automatically filter out stuff we don't want. Oh, look at that. That's brilliant. Yes. Awesome. Okay. That is great news. So it is continuing to throw stuff into here. Ha! But it is voiding out. It is voiding them out. So it's throwing those in there and getting rid of them, completely eliminating them. Awesome. So let's go ahead and remove these and just make sure the dirt skips over our filter and ends up in the chest. Okay, so this is a good way for us to take that material. To take the material. Yeah, so we can line up all of these hoppers and basically have them all set to pull, have our filter set to push, and then just take the output, take the log output. Right. Okay. I'm saying and pausing a lot, which is a good sign that it's probably time for us to wrap up this episode. It's been a little crazy jumping back and forth between a bunch of different ideas, but I think we're in a good spot. We will be able to use this strategy. We'll probably set up a bunch of these hoppers over here, set up our filtering. Then what we can do is we can set up, we can use a powered furnace, an electric furnace. This requires, 750 RF per second, right, per second, not per tick. We can set up a power furnace with some compressed iron, compressed steel. It's just a regular furnace, but it runs on power, so we don't need to worry about piping charcoal back into the thing. And then we can take the output from that furnace and distribute it into a bunch of coal plants. Maybe we ought to do the self-feeding for it. Well, nah, it should be fine. We could put it into a bunch of the coal generators and then run the output of those coal generators into this right here, which goes into our basic battery, which is what we want, our an energy storage cluster. which, yeah, we're sitting around, I don't know, what is that, 70%? So cool. We've made some progress in a bunch of different areas. The other thing, of course, was by the next episode, we will have plenty of plastic made up. It's just going to take a little bit of time because this, oh, look at that, 29. But of course, that's the tiny dry rubber. We need to convert it into the regular dry rubber. And yeah, we've got plastic energy cells. It's so much plastic to get us our fancy jetpack. So we will get to that hopefully in the next episode, and I will see you then. Cheers.